nice service and that everything can go well and that we can be inspired by the music and the sermon and the fellowship afterwards as well. I'd like to open up this service with you, Heavenly Parent, and pray that you join us in this time. I offer up this prayer on behalf of everyone here, and in my name, Amabel Vitae of a Blessed Central Family, Arju. Okay, so my name's Amabel, and I'll be your MC for part of the service until the main guy gets here. And I'll also be your worship leader, so I'm going to move over there. Yeah, okay. If the trip you're traveling gets long, wishing for a new day to come, when the sun rises in the morning, we'll set sail and move on, sailing with our Father. You know his ship will never sway. Oh, new hope on the horizon. We found the promised land today. Look on with joy in your eyes. The winds of truth will guide your way, leaving behind the raging sea. On waves of love we'll sail away, sailing with our Father. You know his ship will never sway. Oh, new hope on the horizon. We found the promised land today. Darkness, it always stands to light. The promised land is inside. He is our guiding star by night, and in the day our bright sunlight, sailing with our Father. You know his ship will never sway. Oh, new hope on the horizon. We found the promised land today, and we'll be sailing with our Father. You know his ship will never sway. Oh, new hope on the horizon. We found the promised land today, sailing with our Father. You know his ship will never sway. Oh, new hope on the horizon. We found the promised land today. We found the promised land today. We found the promised land today. Wow. Thank you. That was a really, really nice start. I love the energy. Let's keep it up. Our next one is Stand in Your Love. When darkness tries to roll over my bones, when sorrow comes to steal the joy I own, when brokenness and pain is all I know, oh, I won't be shaken, oh, I won't be shaken. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear Shame no longer has a place to hide, and I am not a captive to the lies. I'm not afraid to leave my past behind. Oh, I won't be shaken. No, I won't be shaken. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. There's power that can break off every chain. There's power that can teach us to be brave. There's resurrection power that can save. There's power in your name. There's power in your name. There's power that can break off every chain. There's power that can teach us to be brave. There's resurrection power that can save. There's power in your name. There's power in your name. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. Oh, I'm standing in your love. Lovely, thank you so much. Go up there again. And next is our weekly announcements. So there are still some Livingston House room vacancies. So for any young adults wanting to help build that spiritual community, you can visit this link and join the lovely bunch over there. And next is the Senior Harp Winter Workshop in Livingston House. Who's going? Anyone here? Oh yeah. So this is senior, so it's from 14 to 18 years old, NEBCs, and from the 28th of December to the 2nd of January. So if you're within that age range and you're free, definitely go. It'll be a really, really nice experience. Next is ESGD Matching and Blessing Workshop from the 8th to the 11th of February, either in Slovakia or Germany. So keep those dates free if you're wanting to be involved with that. And the Way and Friends Christmas concert will be Saturday the 9th of December right here. Doors open at 7, starting at 4, starting at 4:30. Fee is £5 for 18 plus, £3 for a child, and £3 per plate of food. So if you're interested in that, you can contact Uncle Marshall D'Souza, that's his number, and it will be a really, really nice evening of music and dance, I believe, all for a really good cause. So yeah, definitely keep that date free. Next is a children's art contest. Winners will be announced on the 17th of December. So that's really nice. And Lancaster Gate has been refurbished and is open for booking. So if you have any events that you want to do, then you can use LG. And another workshop that is right now. Right now. So if you're here, you've missed out. So, yeah. And a calendar you can pre-order now your calendar for 2024 if you want a really nice calendar with True Parents and some other pictures on it in your house. That would be really nice. And we have a new public website. So this is the website. And yeah. And Auntie Tina, would you like to come up and talk about this?
Thank you. Our dear Mrs. Kim passed on to our spiritual home, and we wanted to send to Reverend Kim a condolence card. So here there are two, because one might not be enough. We have all the signatures. If you would like to sign it afterwards, it will be on the table. Please sign it and give your message of love to Reverend Kim. So there are two of them, so that everybody has a space. Yeah? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for that, Auntie Tina. And next is the weekly update. Okay.
Hello, brothers and sisters, and greetings from Moscow.
We are Sergey
I'm Galina.
Chernomorets, and we will be your host for this week's video news. In our Moscow Peace Embassy, two amazing events took place in the past 2 weeks. On November 19th, we had a special commemoration of the 30th anniversary of True Mother's historic speech in the Moscow Kremlin on November 21st, 1993. At the time, True Mother spoke to a capacity audience of 7,000 people. In the commemoration, approximately 200 members, ambassadors for peace, and VIP guests relived that historic event through cultural performances, video reports, and talks by several speakers. Coincidentally, on November 21st, the anniversary of True Mother's Kremlin speech, Pavel and Marina Toloshinov, a blessed couple with 5 children from the Russian city of Petrozavodsk, were invited to a special Mother's Day celebration in the Moscow Kremlin, where they were honored as the Family of the Year in the province of Karelia, because of their exemplary family and also because of their family-centered activities. Just 1 week after the anniversary of True Mother's Kremlin speech, 400 brothers and sisters filled the Moscow Peace Embassy to attend an H.J. Chombo special event led by Reverend In Pyeong-moon, the president of the Yomi Chombo branch. The 2-day Chombo event included ancestor liberation, ancestor blessing, inheritance of the candle of the tree of all things, and a moving victory celebration in which 35 youths, mostly second generation, performed a beautiful Korean song in both Korean and Russian. During the event, Moscow experienced a 40-year record snowfall, which made the Peace Embassy and its surroundings very beautiful.
Hello everyone. Now I'm here in Moscow, Chonsimon. We've just finished the ancestor blessing ceremony, and also we had ancestor liberation, Chojong offering ceremony for the inheritance of heavenly fortune. Yesterday, we also received Chonsimon special, also education, and at the same time, Chonsimon special prayer devotion connected to all Europe and the Middle East. Thank you for joining us. It was such an amazing event. I really hope that all of you can join us, especially visual prayer or special prayer devotion when there is a special Chombo event in Europe and the Middle East. I'd like to say thank you to our Heavenly Parent and True Parents. 감사합니다. 사랑합니다.
Are you ready? Yes. 아버지. 아버지. 사랑합니다.
Любим вас, истинная мама!
Keep it down and so
In Shin, Albania, the third international conference on the family was held in our Peace Embassy in Tirana. Here's a report from the UPF Secretary General for Albania and the Balkans region, Gani Roshi.
For 1 year, in cooperation with UPF Europe and Middle East, we launched the series of scientific conferences with the theme Family, Society and Universal Values. We organized 3 conferences already, and the last one was held on November 18th. During this period, we had academics and professors from all Balkan countries, but also from America, from Europe, from Korea and Japan. We have 20 scientific papers prepared by these professors on the family, and we feel this has been a tremendous work. The vision and the ideal of true parents who have been leading the way of how to strengthen the family and how to consider the family as the cornerstone of building a healthy and peaceful nation. We tried through these conferences to bring together professors and academics who support this vision, and together with them around 70 other professors of this field of sociology and the social work area came together, and we have now a very good and strong network of people which now we can include them and work together under IAAP. We are very grateful, and we are offering this all up to our true parents. Thank you.
Thank you, Gani. Also in Albania, a 5-day workshop has just been completed with a total of 47 participants, of whom 20 were attending the first Divine Principle workshop. 7 young people, including CARP members, attended a Divine Principle weekend workshop held by CARP in the Bucharest Peace Embassy. The DP lectures were given by UPE missionaries who prepared well and lectured with clear understanding and passion.
God's desire is to give 1,000 times more than what He has. The nature of God's love is to give completely and then forget what He has given. Unlike some who calculate how much they have given and decided it is enough, for God, enough is never enough. Even in former communist countries, government leaders and thousands of young people have found their lives renewed through their studies of our teachings known as Godism or Hedwig ideology. Finally free from the oppression of communist ideology, they are seeking the spiritual truth to guide their nations. I sincerely pray that by upholding the will of God, we can all reach the place of God's blessing.
Brothers and sisters, there is so much more news from Eastern Europe, but due to limited time, we must end here.
Thank you for watching this report, and we wish all of you a great week.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, let's all rise for our next two songs. The first one is Waymaker, and then Build My Life. So let's try and get into a really nice, reflective mindset before the sermon. You are here. You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. You are Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. You are Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. You are here, touching every heart. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, turning us around. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, turning lives around. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, mending every heart. I worship you. I worship you. You are Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. You are Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. 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 Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I can feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I can feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I can feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I can feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. 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 Thank you. Our next song is Build My Life. It's the last one before the sermon. Worthy. Worthy of every song we could ever sing. Worthy of all the praise we could ever bring. Worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you. Father, the name above every other name. Father, the only one that could ever save. Worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you. Oh, we live for you. Holy, holy, there is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes in wonder. Show me who you are and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me. Worthy of every song we could ever sing. Worthy of all the praise we could ever bring. Worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you. Oh, we live for you. Mother, Mother, the name above every other name. Mother, the only one I could ever say. Worthy
Thank you. Can we have a guitarist stay up? Guitarist, can we have a guitarist stay up? Yeah, we're going to do the birthdays before the sermon. We're going to hold the spirit. So don't think that the spirit is going to go down. We're going to hold the spirit. We were watching on the way here from Livingston House, from the workshop, and the spirit is really high on YouTube as well. But when you come into the room, it's just rocking here. So it's a different level of experience. So we're going to have recognize the birthdays in December. First of all, thank you, Amabel. That was incredible, eh? She did both. Yeah, and yeah. It was a plan that was designed to fail, but Amabel just kept it going, so that was great. Yeah, thank you very much, Amabel. Yeah. So our birthdays in December, we start from the 2nd of December. We have Laurie Mann is having a birthday, had a birthday. Alexander Almeida, Alex, is he still in West Country? Okay. Huya Fisher on the 4th, and Philip Withers on the 4th. Simon Roselli on the 6th. Gode Intaku on the 8th. Tanya Fisher on the 14th. Nicholas Fisher on the 15th. Wow, seriously? Yeah, some families seem to have a system, yeah. Yeah. Lynn Ricketts is on the 16th. Happy birthday, Lynn. Is she here? Yeah, I miss Lynn. And Mambok Chen, our pianist, is on the 17th. He will be a certain age. Carol Jab on the 17th as well. Carmel Mold, my daughter, on the 18th. Catherine Simpson, wonderful sister, on the 22nd. Under 20, these are, sorry. Are they under 20s? Yeah, we'll come to them later. So these are all over 20s, right? Oh, wow. Akiko Goff on the 23rd, she's on the workshop now, serving on the workshop, so that's incredible. Akiko and Roselia on the workshop, and Russell are on the workshop. Kamala Lim on the 24th, Nigel Rainbird on the 24th. Wow, Christmas Eve. So these guys don't have double presents, right? They just have the one present. Sorry for them. Mark Hanna on the 26th, Alicia Gardner, we miss her on the 30th. Barbara Van Praag, Cigar, and Tibor Vitae bring the year to a close on the 31st. And for those under 20, Michael Rainbird is on the 5th, David Duke Harris on the 7th, Adam Alves on the 8th will be 15. Incredible. How tall is he going to get? Oliver Almeida on the 9th, 9th will be 20. Lucas Santos on the 24th will be 15 as well. And Eden Draco on the 30th will be 5. Yeah, so let's have a happy birthday song. And who is here on the birthday list? We just want a couple of people to cut the cake. So if it's your birthday, please, is Huya here? Mambok. And Adam. Mambok and Adam, please. Do we have any sister here? Is Ollie here? Is Oliver not here? Okay. So can you come forward? We're going to sing happy birthday to all. Come on, Oliver. Yes. So Oliver, Mambok, and who did we say? And Adam, please come forward. And let's start singing happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, everybody. Can we have a knife? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday to you. We're going to cut the cake, yeah, with a laser. Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday to you. Wow, yeah, great. Thank you very much. Yeah, please, let's take that to the kitchen. Thank you very much. Wow, and we'll have a piece of the cake later, each of us. We'll have a big piece. Thank you very much for Tina for getting us the cake. Thank you. We had difficulty getting it out of the fridge. I don't know how it got in the fridge, but it's stuck. Okay, so the reason why I'm late is because we have a workshop going on. We had 28 people in the workshop to end the year, and we want to start next year as well on a high with a workshop. So please invite your guests, prepare them for the workshop. Come yourself to study. We'll announce the date, but we're thinking the first week in January already. Start the year as you intend to go. So, and also the reason, another main reason I went to Livingston House after coming here this morning at 9:30 was to abduct 4 young people from the UPA to come here to meet you because they are here. So there was a special rendition from Livingston House to bring them here. So I would like to invite them up now to introduce themselves to you and invite you also to come to Greenwich during the week to support them in witnessing and in talking to people. It's so easy to reach out to people. People are really prepared. And it will inspire you as well when you see how people respond to God and true parents in this age. So please come up. Ososeyo Iri Oseyo. And I'm going to ask, They set the standard. They've dedicated their life for God and true parents, and they set the standard for us. So, they're looking sharp, right? Like the fruit of unificationism, right? In the Nation of Islam, they say the fruit of Islam, the young people, but the fruit of unificationists. Always on time, always smart, always ready to go for God. And I'd like them to introduce themselves. Of course, we all have our ups and downs, right? So they need your prayer support. We all do need prayer support, so please, let's welcome them one at a time. Wonderful young people,
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for this so warming, welcoming. When we entered the room, so much we entered when there were Waymaker. When you were singing, and we could feel so much energy and so much power from this atmosphere. So it's very inspiring, and also could see that many second gen is helping with band and tech. It's so very inspiring, and really just happy to see such atmosphere that everyone are so happy and joyful. And we are very happy to be here. So my name is Jan. We are UPA second batch in Sun Moon University. So before coming here, we were doing witnessing activities in New Jersey, in the USA for 3 months. And then we came here to help out with witnessing for a couple of more weeks. So there is not so much time we are here, but we are really happy and we're really grateful to be able to come here to this community, to see all of you and to help with witnessing here. So I'm really grateful and hope that we can become help to all of you, and just that we can meet you and just talk a little bit and get to know each other more during this time. Thank you very much.
Hello, good morning. My name is Nobu from Japan. Actually studying English, and first come in London, so beautiful place. I forget the name. The London place so beautiful, and then actually I love the Harry Potter. That's why God is sent me here. Actually. Thank you for God and Heavenly Parents. I love you, everyone.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Boon. I'm from Korea, and I'm 21 years old. And I'm grateful to Heavenly Parent and True Parent. We are come here, and I'm very exciting and looking forward in the future. Yes, thank you.
Good morning. Good morning. My name is Moe. I'm from Japan. So we stay here a little time, but we try to the best for two parents, Heavenly Parents, and I glad to meet all of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You're warmly welcome to River South, and they're going to also go up to Birmingham at some point to meet the community there and to work with experience some interfaith work up in Birmingham. But while they're here in River South, we want to let them really feel warmly welcome as we welcome all guests to our community. And they're not guests anymore, only guests today. After Monday, they were no longer guests. They've made River South their home. So we are really grateful to have them. They have brought such energy to Livingston House and to Greenwich. And I'm hoping that they will also get incredible experiences here. So let's move on so we're going to have a time to chat with them later on, yeah? So please capture them, talk to them, especially, you know who you are, speak to them, yeah. Practice your Korean, practice your Japanese, and they will practice their English, yeah, okay? Our speaker today is a wonderful sister who went out, called by God in 1975 to the world. She went to Africa and has forever had Africa in her heart. I mean, we just came from Livingston House, where David Livingstone went to Africa and never came back, right? He left his heart in Africa. And I know our sister Anna Rose Adams, her heart is absolutely always in Africa. If she's not here, she's in Africa, in Togo or some other West African country. And even if she's here, many times she's on a Zoom service in Africa. So her heart, she's spiritually, sometimes physically in Africa. Her heart always is with Africa. But she's one of our own as well. And therefore, we are so grateful that she could speak to us today. I'd like to invite our beloved sister, Anna Rose, to give us a short talk on transformation. Transformation. Okay, please, yeah, thank you.
Can we have it loose without being attached? Good morning, River South. Wow. Good morning, online community as well, wherever you are. Wow. It's so good to see you all. I know we meet now again, but for me, for those who've known me, it's been such a long time that I waited to be able to actually be here and to be able to be allowed to share something. Except this light is, of course, right into the eyes. Come on, adjust. Wow. All or nothing, right. We go with the all, right? Yeah? We go with the all. Okay. Eyes, lovely eyes, please adjust. I'm a silly one. I tend to talk to every and anything, including this lovely device. Like I said, it's been a heartfelt desire to be here and to share, because we are here in worship, right? Huh? Ah! To be honest, I don't like the word worship. It always makes me think of ships. So let's think of having all the ships. There are some songs about ships and water. Sailing towards where? Towards God and to parents. That is what this time is about. Worshipping means to praise God, to thank God, to glorify God, to be jubilant for God and for the work God has done. In the old days, it was just Father and Lord, Almighty One. But today, it is Heavenly Father and Heavenly Mother. Heavenly, together, Heavenly Parents. Heavenly Parents, right? Today, actually, I'm grateful to our pastor. I don't see him right now, but he's somewhere. Because I actually asked, whether this Sunday I could come here to share some things with you for a special reason. But I just like to say, for me, it's a special day of wishing to truly honor God and honor true parents. Now, it's interesting that there it said transformations with an S at the end. And I believe that is quite really interesting because my title is Transformation without an S. But the S actually is where this sermon is supposed to be going. So a very well-made mistake. Thank you. God works in mysterious ways, does he? Yeah. So in a way, the song before the last about all the wonderful things that God is, that's a sermon already done, so I pack up and go, right? No, not quite. Is anyone here who happens to be 19? 18 or 20? Okay, no worries. Let's go back to when I was 19. I had just enrolled to study to become, I'd finished schooling obviously, in my little German hometown. I just enrolled to study and become a teacher for children with some kind of disability. I had long hair, always wore black, pretty much a bit like today without this. And I loved life. I had met our movement a bit earlier, and I had completely and immediately been struck by the truth that I had searched for 7 years. But knowing that I had met the movement far away in Munich, about 800 kilometers from my hometown, and gone back, started studying, I was in a deep dilemma. I felt God calling me every day. I knew very well what I needed to do. But I had the problem that I had a life mapped out. I knew what I wanted to do. I worked with classical music. I didn't play an instrument, but I worked with classical music in a different way, which was an incredible joy. I had lovely friends and networks in different areas. And in a way, I had gained physically a bit my independence. I knew how to make money if it was necessary. So, yeah, in a sense, what more did I want? I didn't want to give all that up. I feel the need to see you and not be blinded, but look at everyone's face. So I come this way with that one. So, didn't want to give that up. But my conscience poked me. It was painful. And also I didn't want to sacrifice like that. And I doubted. This is a huge mission. And can I, little me, really do anything worthwhile? Come or enter this very day, 3rd of December, 1973, so exactly 50 years ago. The weather was very much like this, and it was a Monday. I don't remember the day, but I will never forget the night. I had gotten a little student room, and because I'd been struggling with all the conflicts that I explained for exactly 70 days, I felt it was time I catch up with some of our members in the next city where there was a center in Bremen. And I said, I'm going to come down for a day or two stayed for a couple of nights, packed a little bag. And then I looked out of my slanted window in the dark, and as if something came from above, I said out loud, there was nobody else, just to myself, I said, I feel that tonight something's gonna change. I turned off my desk lamp and off I went. Got to Bremen in the evening, was welcomed by our precious sisters there. And then the sister who I thought would talk with me, she kind of disappeared. She was on the phone somewhere. Came back and she said, Anne Rose, wouldn't you like to go to another, I had done one, to another 7 days workshop in Camburg, which is a training center in Germany? I said, oh, Amy, I have things to do. I didn't bring stuff or money. But Amy, the center leader, she had her way and she sold it to me without the money. So her and another sister, in streaming rain, they walked me to the train station at around 11 p.m. We got there and we bought a ticket just for half of the journey, and the rest of the journey to Frankfurt, I would have to hide from the conductors. I'd never done that before. So you can imagine I was kind of scared and didn't sleep. Got to Camburg and was picked up. God's timing is mysterious, but impeccable. I got there at lunchtime, and I'm not saying that God's timing is mysterious because I was hungry, which I probably was, but in those days, in the old center, there was a long kitchen with a huge, long table, and around it you would have two rows of seats, one touching the table and another one all around. And since the workshop was going on, they said, come on in and sit way in the back. It was completely filled with members, close to as many people as here, but just crowding the big kitchen. And I sat down, and I was still kind of like new to everything a little bit. And but it was, God had placed something into that kitchen. I would call it a mild explosive device. How? The leader at that time had just received the speech by our True Father. And this is where I really wish to bring in honoring our True Father and our True Parents, because exactly 50 years ago, from the 30th of November 1973, our True Father started a big campaign in America. At that time, America was in a huge political crisis. For those of my generation, when I say Watergate, no need to explain. And for those who are quite a bit younger, please Google it. It would take otherwise 5 minutes of the precious time we've got. So the then President Richard Nixon, was in a very, very difficult and complicated situation, and the entire nation of America was up in arms in every sense of the word. But True Father had gone and seen that there was something with the attitudes of America as a whole, as a Christian nation, that True Father felt wasn't okay. So True Father made a very big landmark speech, and you probably many of you might have heard about it: forgive, love, and unite. And True Father put this speech into all the major newspapers all over the United States of America, and signed it, with his own signature for people all over America to be read. And True Father also spoke about it. And in honor of that incredible campaign, and for another reason, I will read some of those words. I'm sorry, by the way, there's nothing visual for anybody today. That's my fault. I don't know how to do visual stuff. So oh, all right. But I meant like pictures and things like that. But the words are there. That's really the main thing. You see them there. I read them from my little Dapsy here. So, to Father talking, and these are just sections, yeah, it's not all interconnected, it's all the same speech, but I picked out just some of them, okay? So about this Watergate crisis, at its very height, True Father says, this is more than a political, social, and economic crisis. It is a crisis of the human soul. This is not only the problem of the man in the White House, it is a crisis for all of us. Today we hear so much about America's troubles, what's wrong and who is to blame, what should be done and what cannot be done. Vicious accusation is becoming a daily staple in the American diet. Hatred and bitterness are killing the human soul. A bullet killed Kennedy, yet, and I would add at that time, the nation united in a common feeling of sorrow and repentance. This time, and exactly 10 years later that was, the bullet of hatred and accusation is capable of destroying not only the president, but the nation with him in a war of hatred where no one is the winner. I bent my head and placed my ear upon the heartbeat of America. I hear no one seeking the solution from above. We keep on criticizing, and the nation sinks. We criticize some more, and the nation falls even farther, deep into greater peril. Therefore, the crisis of America is a crisis for God. An answer must come from above, from God, from the one who has it. I've prayed to God earnestly, asking Him to reveal His message. The answer came. The first word God spoke was, forgive. Whatever wrongs have been done, whatever mistakes have been made, and America has a noble deed to perform. America must forgive. The Lord's Prayer says, forgive us our debts, as we also have forgiven our debtors. If we want God to forgive us, we have to forgive others first. The second word God spoke to me was love. Jesus Christ loved even His enemies. Must you not love your president? What do you do when a member of your family is in trouble? Do you criticize him and tear him apart? Of course not, you guide him. You comfort him. You love him unconditionally. You belong to the American family. And the president is your brother. Will you not then love your brother? I continued in prayer, and the third and last word God spoke to me was, unite. America must unite. Let us unite in the spirit of forgiveness. Unite in the spirit of love. Love is the power to unite. At that moment, I was grateful because I was one of those who could understand English, because it was read in English. And what happened then? This gentle explosive device went off, not anywhere else, but within me. The words that were so read, it was as if they entered my heart, as if they became drops of gold. That's quite literally what I felt. And they fell into my heart, and they did something in there. You remember I talked about the fears I had, the apprehensions, the worries, the resistance, but very much the fears. These words that became like drops of gold, they washed all that away. When that speech was finished and the gathering was finished, I went to the prayer room and I prayed and thanked God. And I felt, during those prayers, I felt that an energy came upon me, like in my 19, going on 20 years of life, I'd never ever sensed or felt before. And when I came out of the prayer room, I was a different person. I knew what to do. It is now 20 to 12. That was around the time, 50 years ago today. Let's give thanks to God for that. These two fathers, some of you may remember, two father talks about how things should hit us as deep as in our bone marrow, right? Does anybody remember that? Those words of our two fathers 50 years ago, they did exactly that. They, together with the truth of the divine principle itself, which had already really gotten deep into me, my bone marrow was hit. And I'm not shy to say that, so much so that for 9 months I completely lost my menstrual cycle. As if there was nothing wrong with me physically, and I certainly wasn't pregnant, but as if I had to be reborn within myself. But today you could say, okay, my love, that's great for you, good for you, so okay, thanks for sharing that. But today is a very different time. We've moved on. What are we going to do with this now? Well, one, like I said, I really felt the need to praise and thank God. But it's not about me. It's about everyone of you and me. About everyone. Watergate is long since past. But a rhetorical question and a point of reflection to everyone. Today, don't we have much greater Watergates all over the world? Two fathers' words, the different note, given 50 years ago, as we just listened to them, are they not as relevant today as they were back then? Thank you. And it's about true parents, true father and true mother. And true mother's words, encouraging us to seek renewal, to change our wineskins, to find transformations, and ideally Pentecost in different areas, but that's for another sermon altogether. Oh, thank you. Yes. Fantastic. Thank you so much. So yes, we come to why this is important for you and me today, not back then. I like to say that I'm very grateful to our Chongshim Won, the prayer hall. And I felt that, I'd lived elsewhere, that God pushed me to come back here so that I could start to use the Chongshim Won quickly. I found it to be a place where, when we have a real question, a deep question about anything, it's the best, if you want to answer, it may be the best place to find it, not online, not through talking maybe with somebody, but from God, directly, from our Heavenly Parent. Some of you know, as Pastor had mentioned, I recently went to West Africa to work for a month in 2 countries. And I had planned this for a long time. In fact, I'd had to change the ticket several times due to some circumstances. But finally, beginning of October, it was going to go ahead. So I had so many things in my mind, what to do. There are seats in front, if you wish to. So I had so many things in mind about what to do. This, working with our outreach, our witnessing, working with UPF, with the women, with our young people, working in the financial areas. We have a small agriculture project, working with the villages. In a month, how do you do all of that? It ain't going to happen. So I knew I have to come and ask Heavenly Parent, what do you? I have all these thoughts, but it's not about what I think. What do you want? And my question was, Heavenly Parent, what's the most important thing for me to do so that we can help bring about a new Pentecost there, just like we need to everywhere? And I got an answer. But it was not at all what I was expecting. It was not one of the things that I kind of mentioned quickly on my list. It was never on my list. I felt that God told me, look at the nation's history. There's something there you need to understand. The mission in one of the countries has a lot of difficulty. If you want to understand, you need to study the history again. I knew the basic facts, but of course, that same Saturday evening, where do we go? To Google. And I got but I got attracted in my research to a very particular situation, a historic fact and situation, which is exactly 60 years ago. And all of a sudden, I realized something about that particular situation, even though I'd known of it ever since I went there first 48 years ago, that I never understood, especially never understood it from the viewpoint of the divine principle, and especially the principle of restoration. Suddenly I saw what has happened, what really had happened behind the scenes, and how that particular situation, which I'm not going to explain now, has impacted the nation and the mission. Why? We all have some roots, personal roots, family roots, which are ancestral roots. A nation has a root, even a community does. Some roots may be quite young, others are very long-standing. We know that our True Mother has talked a lot about roots. From 2015, around that period, she talked a lot about the roots of the olive tree, how very deep they are. And very recently, less than 2 weeks ago, or 2 weeks ago max, she talked again in Korea about the roots of one ginormous tree, something with a monkey, I can't remember the name. And True Mother has indicated how important it is that roots are healthy. I came to understand that a part of the root, which may have many strands, of my nation is not. But that unfortunately it is diseased. And that impacts the nation's modern history, and that will impact the mission, the providence in the nation, to the point where even if there's some progress, always blockage again and again and again for decades. Now, my priorities had to change. I realized that this is going to be a totally different playing field. So, internally, I didn't have enough time to prepare, but I went, and the work we did was in line with that. Not so much external, but much more internal. So, again, why am I sharing this? Our roots have to do with our beings, our identities on any level, from individual, couple, family, community, nation. When we want to renew ourselves, find some renewal in a part of us, a transformation is kind of more like drastic, right? But we can stepwise move towards transforming ourselves by finding renewals within ourselves. There are lots of things we need to do, but one thing we need to do, and I came to realize that through the prayers in the Chongshim One, is to go digging deep. And now I don't, in this sense, mean a physical spade and shovel, obviously. It's metaphorically to say, really look at myself. But not in a way to say, oh, to become depressed about it, or sad, or what have I got, what can I? If I have any questions about what can I do, I've got to get out of the box of my daily life. We all have our daily life. We study, we work, or we look for work, or we have a family we're looking after, or grandchildren, maybe some mission activity. We all have a busy daily life. But sometimes we just got to go do this. Get away from where we are. Out of the box. What can we do? Before we had the Chongshim One, when I need to get out of the box, I go to physically a different environment, for starters. I always, and I found it in South London already, look for a nice place where I can have a good coffee, but where it's not too crowded, where it's wholesome, and where I can be away from all the shite at home, and actually really be at the distance, and I'll start to see things. I start to recognize something. But there's an even better place, of course, than the coffee shop, the Golf Groove in Wimbledon, which is very nice. And that's the Chongshim One. Jew. Yesterday I came, and okay, the Saturday after I found my first answer about what's wrong, why, I had to come back. I still didn't know what to do. What shall I do with a 70 parent? I came back next Saturday, had another meeting. And again, very, very clearly, the answer came. And again, I'd never considered it because I hadn't understood the first thing. And now I realize that it's a historical job that I, in particular, in representing something, should have done decades ago, but I was too young and inexperienced, I didn't understand. to do this particular work now. It's almost too late, but maybe not completely. But I know exactly what needs to be done. If not for the place where God is waiting for us. And so, don't want to collide with those beauties. That's the digging deep thingy. Really digging deep. If we feel fear or anxiety or doubt, which will come to all of us. Sometimes we don't have our parent or our parents are already gone, or a partner, husband or wife, or a very, very close friend, or sometimes the pastor can be not available or not there. But there's someone who's always, always there. Our heavenly parent. Really, our heavenly pops and mom, or whatever you might have called your parents when you were kids. You can call God that. I do it. Heavenly pops and mom. I mean, Vati and Mutti in German. Yeah. And I feel that. And I don't know much. But I know one thing right now. That our Heavenly Parent would love all of you to feel that. Right now. And when we can. These feelings don't always stay with us. They may flatline. Happens, it's normal. But we have points of renewing ourselves. So, our best chance of doing that is when? Our best chance of renewing ourselves is when we are at our lowest point. When we have no more rationale to think of. When we feel empty or dispossessed. That is our best chance. As true Father said, he looked for where the answer was, no one had it but God. Whatever any of our situation may be, truly, our Heavenly Parent has the answer. So, just as at this very time, 50 years ago, God helped to wash away doubts and fears and resistance and a lack of will in this one little person, the future is yours, the future is ours. And the same, and much more than that, is waiting to happen at its own best time, but based on our digging, on our seeking to each and every one of you, to every one of us. And that is where the relevance is. Thank you. Let us pray. Our beloved Heavenly Parent, thank you so very much for being with us today. Always. As the song said, we don't always feel it or see it, but Heavenly Parent, let us use this moment to really heighten our awareness and to really internally, each and every one of us, find that moment of stillness. where it's just you and me. And that's it. Heavenly Parent, I pray that you may truly grant this experience and these moments to each and everyone here and online and beyond, to your precious children, our dear and beloved brothers and sisters everywhere. I pray that you allow us to take away something from today's service on this first Advent Sunday that we can work with, that, if possible, we can even start our digging with. Thank you, Heavenly Parent, once again, and let us invent new words, because the word thank you is way too small for expressing what is in our grateful hearts. We often report this together now, and I often report and pray this in our names of Robert and Anne-Rose Adams, Blessed Center Family, Aju.
Thank you very much, Sister Anna Rose. And let's offer a warm round of applause. Thank you. Come up, Sumnida. Yeah, thank you actually is quite a deep word. But yeah, we just say it casually, right? But yeah, from the depths of our heart, and I know there's much more that Sister Anna Rose has to share. So please come again soon. Of course, you can share with us anytime, but come to the pulpit to share your amazing experiences and insights, please, soon. Okay, thank you. So now we're going to have our offering song. So please rise and let's sing our offering song.
Please join me in an offering prayer. Our dear, beloved Heavenly Parent, true parents, heaven, earth, and humankind, we're so grateful to be able to gather and together in this Sunday worship service and receive your precious word, truth, and love that you're giving to us at this time. Heavenly Parent, we've entered the final month of this year of 2023, but with this time we have the opportunity to reflect on this past year, and also an opportunity, as our sister mentioned, for renewal and transformation. We really want to take advantage of this time and be able to reach out to you in prayer and deeply connect to your heart and desire for us and for the growth and development of our community. Our dear Heavenly Parent, we also would like to make our offerings today from the fruits of our daily work. We pray that you may accept our offerings that can be used for your heavenly purpose to really help our community to grow in love and to serve the wider area and the world, Father. We'd like to offer this prayer in gratitude in my name, Lance Gardner, Blessed Central Family, our Jew.
So thank you very much for coming today for our service. Just a reminder that next Sunday, you'd be thinking it's going to be in Livingston House, but no, it's here again. So service is here next week, 10:30. All the services are 10:30 now. And next week, Dr. Mike Balcom will be giving a talk. I hope that we can organize during the week to Christmasify this room, get some decorations up. We probably need some volunteers to assist to do that so that we can have a nice Christmas feeling next Sunday. And we can chuck in some carols, preparing for our Christmas service on the 17th, which will be at Livingston House, followed by a Christmas dinner for the older ones and a Christmas party for the children. So exciting. And I'm sure the older children will be having the party with the younger children. I can see on your faces, yeah. Okay, so at this time of the service, we'd like to greet people who have been away from the community for a while. I can see Mambok and Beatrice. Sorry, okay. They've only been away for a week. But anybody who's been away for a while or who has never been here, we'd like to greet you so that you're part of our community. Oh, yeah. You have been here before, right? No, you haven't. Okay, you've got to. Please introduce yourself and we can greet you.
Hi, everyone.
Hiya.
Good morning.
Hi.
My name is Sabina. I come from Portugal. I'm 24 and I've moved to England in June. I live near Nottingham and I've been working there as a dentist. And yeah, I'm very happy to be here today. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you, Sabina. We met Sabina in Korea during the Holy Week in May. So yeah, we knew she was coming. Thank you for coming down. Anybody else? I see there's somebody else. Yeah, please introduce yourself. Yeah, no escape.
Hello.
Oh, you can stand up. We can see you. I know you're tall.
My name is Johnny. I'm from Belgium. I'm 20 years old. This is the second or third time I've been here, pretty sure.
Oh, okay, cool. Welcome again, Johnny. Come again. Come often. And anybody else? That's okay. Yeah, Farah. Yeah, Farah, you're always here. Okay. Who? No, everybody else is regular. Yeah, good to see you, Martin. And yeah, anyway, thank you, everybody, for everything that you've done. Like Lance mentioned in his prayer, can you believe, is the last month of the year. So let's try and offer as much as we can to Heavenly Parent during this last month. Let's wrap it up in a nice present and tie a bow and offer to Heavenly Parent as his Christmas present. That we offer our heart and ourselves and our efforts during the year to our Heavenly Parent. And we can begin the new year on a bright note. Now, end of year reminds me that there's usually we have a party here. I mean, not a party. We see in the new year here, and there's a little bit of a party as well. We're looking for people to help run it. I unfortunately will be on holiday, so I will not be able to do much. I have to take holiday, otherwise, I burn out. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. On Thursdays, I'm off. So some people send me messages on Thursday, and I sometimes see them. I mean, if it's important, I will reply. If it's urgent, I'll reply. But avoid contacting me on Thursday if you can. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm available any 24/7. Yeah. So if there's nobody else please stay and fellowship. There's potluck lunch. Let's organize the tables in here. Put the chairs to the side, tables, chairs around. Quickly have a potluck lunch together, have some cake, fellowship together. Let's meet the UPA cadets, meet all our visitors today, and yeah, let's fellowship. Also, we have a card for Mrs. Young Wee Kim, passed away last week, and we want to send a card from our community to her. You probably know Young Wee Kim was one of the first National Messiah, but also first pioneers to Britain. So we want to recognize the effort that they made. So please go to Tina Coombs, sign the card, and then we can, it will be on the table outside, so sign the card. Short message is a small card. So short message. Oh, you got 2 cards. Okay, good. Okay, so yeah, right. In Korean if you can. If you can't, yeah. There are 4 people here who can translate for you and put it in Korean. But they don't write it for you, otherwise they'll be there all day. Yeah, thank you so much. And let's now have our benediction, which actually, forgive, love, unite, yes? Yeah, as True Father said, and True Mother said too. So our benediction, forgive, love, and unite. Gratitude brings about heavenly fortune. Forgiveness opens people's minds, and love moves people's hearts. Let us be grateful for everything. Forgive our enemies, love our neighbors as we love ourselves, and work in oneness for peace. Aju. Yeah, sometimes I think there's something about that which I want to overcome, and it's like, can we go back to the slide again? Because there's something, yeah. Forgive our enemies. There should be a time when we can't say that anymore, right? when we have no more enemies. Let's work towards that time that we don't have to say that because we have no enemies. Let's become one family under God. Aju? Okay, have a great week. Have a great week. Thank you.